Alright. Yeah, noise at 85%, apparently. He exhibits intense anger toward his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity. But he can't take it off, even when dressing like a girl. And why is he so interested in girls' clothes in the first place? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Was the background actually gone and just popped in on purpose, or no? Athena, you okay? It seems Robin is still hiding a secret, a big one. Bigger than the fact that he likes to wear girls' clothes. Yes, at least I think so. Listen, no bully. Let him do whatever he wants. No, it can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Is it really going to be totally insane? Mr. Newman. Just look. He is actually a girl. Is this really the twist? I'm onto your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. It actually was new man. Excavius was correct. Robin was actually a girl named New Man. Mr. Newman, or should I say Ms. Newman? You are and always have been a girl. This is again what year did this come out? Because Danganronpa has an no wait, what came first? This game or Danganronpa 1? Probably Danganronpa 1, right? Is it a chest binder? Maybe? I don't know. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence. But that's what Robin's heart is shouting out loud and clear. Hold it! Technology says so. I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. Everyone obey gender norms, all the time. What? What? What is this? That's not your voice. What are you doing? I can't voice you like that. I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a she, then she's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is without question a man. That's how we decide these things in court. You are now truly Justice Dono's equal in one area. You are just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of the masculine spirit. Indeed. Ugh! If you guys are done talking about me, can we get back to the murder? Can we get back to actually this is a court about determining, like, someone has died. The brace, it's... Okay, so you were right, I guess. It was a chest binder. Miss Sykes, no, allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs, but... No way! Gna! Surely this must be some kind of jest. Like as soon as the jig is up, like okay, all mannerisms changed. Done, done, done. Just about describes me right now. Done, done, done. Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, don't say it. What are we doing? What was that face even? Game, why have you taken us down this path? Although, we do like her much better now that she is not screaming. What an amazing transformation. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. No more noise. Bye-bye. Back to normal court. I was raised as a boy since I was little. So that it's okay. I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted, but now this living lie that had me pinned to the ground, it's... Wait, can you not study law if you're a... No. We have girl lawyers. We do. We do. It's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena. Now I can stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm gonna be an artist. Okay, but did you kill someone? Like, can we get to the important part? What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she. Eek! Why is everyone looking at me like that? I feel like a movie star. Game... But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. Oh, okay. Run! No pics or... Nope, back to screaming. No pics or you'll regret it, man. Am I just imagining things, or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest. Literally. This is all well and good, is it? But does he actually change anything? No. There is still a dead body. There is still someone whose life was taken, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it, if you don't mind. The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things, because there's now a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate. What was that? Very well. Let's see what the defense has for us now. Is that... I was like, there's the two splotches, and I was like, they don't look like anything in particular. What piece of evidence must we now reconsider now that we know the witness is a girl? Well, girls don't stab people, so that's... No, that's not it. It's this.
Take that!
This is what I'd like the court to reconsider. Oh, the tape recorder. The one that recorded the threat to You're a Goner. That's right. And we've already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Mr. Snake because of her alibi, and that is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect. As you know, there's no way that someone could be mistaken for male or female based on their voice, even though, in this very courtroom, not 19 seconds ago, we were surprised to learn that someone who was obviously speaking was a different gender than we thought they were. Ah, so then... That's right, the witness just revealed that she's a girl. Therefore, if we are using the voice in this recording as basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled as a suspect too. Wow, talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it! You've done it. We won the case. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one. Witnesses are unreliable. Evidence in your menu is immutable.
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person here was privy to the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect.
But Ms. Newman hid the fact that she was a girl both at the crime scene and in court. I'd say that puts her in camp suspicious. Eek, that's not nice, Athena. How can you accuse me of being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak... What, is it gonna turn... Like, maybe it is a limp ass wiener, by the way. Is it... Are we gonna get the double swap? Are we gonna get the double swap-erino? That Newman is actually a guy, but in preparation for the fact that he might have to pretend to be a girl who's wearing a padded bra underneath his brace at all times. That could be. That could be. We've had double swap-erinos before. When I was a kid, I called my... Went home from Camp Suspicious on, like, Wednesday. Camp Suspicious. I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me... Objection. Yeah, this is so over the top that I'm starting to think that they're actually a guy. And that they're now pretending. Although they would have to be a very good actor.
Suspicious is as suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods. By leading Mr. Snake to the body, that would make her an accessory to the crime.
How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection. Birdman. In any event, if the witness is an accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not? Objection.
Arg! He made it all make sense somehow. And he'll keep accusing Junie unless we can show that someone else knew the script's details. Where's the... Now we need that, the Robert Downey Jr. Tropic Thunder remix song. I'm a dude. Me? I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. But how could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way they could have known what was in the script is if they... We're pretty sure that she was killed before the mock trial happened. We're pretty sure Junie didn't tell anyone. No, heard it from... What is this gonna be? This is confusing. Should we know this? This is one of those things where we kind of have to have most of the case. We need to have this figured out already in order to know the answer to this. This isn't a... Is it possible that somebody else wrote the script and that Juniper has been lying about the one that she wrote? Is this actually someone else's script? And then after all this happened, Juniper's like, oh yeah, that was my script for some stupid reason. Do we have any evidence that says... Were we ever told she definitely didn't tell anyone? There's only one copy. He wishes he was Harvey Birdman. It would be less ridiculous that way. There was that weird thing where there was an envelope that said use on it. I'm gonna say penned the script. Even though they're gonna say, like, you idiot, Juniper's the one who penned the script. I've got it. All anyone has to do is write their own script. In a completely stream of thought, devil-may-care way. I'm not even going to ask how such a Frankenstein could resemble the actual script. What? No! Oh well, if at first you don't succeed, that's... if at first you don't succeed, you get 5 hit points in court. That's the saying. This isn't right either. Sorry, Junie, but you're not going to like this. Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone.
What the devil?
And I know I shouldn't have, but... Oh, were we supposed to remember that this happened? I revised the script to favor the prosecution, but Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. I did forget about that detail. Ms. Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman. I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper. Right. Junie was probably trying to keep their friendship from becoming awkward. I forget the... Well, never mind. I forget. Right. How could you, Thena? What a... What a bunch of bull! I never heard a word about the script from Juniper. Never ever! Objection. You sure? Can you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? That's... It's a very... We know this. We know this from anime. The people over... They say it with Himitsu all the time, right? They're sort of a Himitsu? In that way. Alright. You don't have any evidence! But we keep switching back and forth. And now I'm gonna faint. Grr. Actually, we might have just the thing. Sure we do. Really? Yeah. One of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. How am I supposed to remember that? It was 5 days ago. Here's a shot of the crime. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Her forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Sure, I might have said that, but so what? Well, think of it this way, Athena. Yeah, which way exactly? If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? Oh, the red suit. Alright, sure, whatever. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that Miss... That's proof. That's what I call proof. That's what evidence is. The defense moves to present evidence to the court. Very well, Miss Sykes. Present away. Is the script itself, where it says... Red suit.
Take that!
Take that! What if I were a red... Yes! What if when you looked at a murder, all you saw was pizza? The mock trial script? Page 4, before you ask. Ms. Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you reacted by saying, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. Thinking is evidence. The proof is in the script, specifically on the things to prepare page. Sweatsuit, victim's outfit, will be a red one from the prosecutor course. Ah. You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you didn't know about the script's content, then that shouldn't have surprised you. No! I really like the flop sound effect that they're using. Whenever she faints, it does a, like... I thought we were friends, Athena. How could I have been so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I move to declare Ms. Newman as a suspect, Your Honor. If you didn't know about it, it wouldn't be a surprise. If knowing script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others besides me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Court's note. Note? What note? The professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for the mock trial, but only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. But that gets kinda inconvenient, right? You're not seriously going to suggest... Eek, but it's the truth. Professor Court did do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case, but she did write a note to herself about the props and details of the victim's Is this really true, Ms. Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. So I took a picture of the note. I'd say she's telling the truth. Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script. Yes, I believe you're right. Blackwell has had nothing to say this entire time. He's not a very good prosecutor. He should be whipping us more frequently. Or playing air guitar. Apparently, this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackwell would have us believe. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case. Oh-ho!
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy. But don't think this spells victory.
And why not?
The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit, so put away your wooden sword. And show me what you are truly capable of if you wish to live.
Now we're a proper court. You want it? Don't worry. I'm gonna bring it. Oh yes. Yeah, if you were new to the fact, he has been in prison for several years. He was released from prison so that he could prosecute this case.
I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It is not a matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor.
Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called this witness?
You will recall that the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left for home at around 6 p.m.
Yes, my notes here do confirm that fact.
See, it would be weird. It would be weird if we... What did we see? Okay, so there's the thing in the diary, or the thing in the planner that says, oh, met with Hugh. So I was like, oh, maybe it'll turn out to be him. But normally, you do not have enough evidence to figure out who it really was on the first day of court. And court cases are always more than one day, unless it's the tutorial case. So I don't know. I don't know if that means that they're deviating from the formula and it is him, but we're just not going to catch him right now. Or if this case is only one day.
Yes, my notes here do confirm that fact.
Right, our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Yet that was but a felicitous... That was but a felicitous lie. Or am I mistaken, golden boy? Obon otoko! I have no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hold! I am not through with you yet. It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we just might discuss you-know-what. No, wait. One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's that all about? I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify.
Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor?
The word of a genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, a senior at Hope's Peak Academy, lawyer course. How's that?
Just fine. Your testimony, then, if you please.
Yeah, mistrial, coerced testimony. We're so used to these things by now. You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you. I know Junie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. Also, don't we think that horrifying smile man who looks like a Greek statue is also is ultimately the murderer? Probably. Almost certainly. Yeah, we do. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range till 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. Sore dake ga. Anything else you'd like to ask? Oh, the Zero Escape trilogy? Boy, I had fun with those. Or wait, they don't sell them as a trilogy, right? At least on Steam. I mean, it is a trilogy, but they package the two games together, 999 and Virtue's Last Reward. Yeah, we had mainly from the first game, mainly from 999. I feel like we kind of zipped through Zero Time Dilemma without making too many memes out of it, but we bought it as all three. Huh. Interesting. Alright.
That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now, you will recall the tape recorder. We know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10 p.m. the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime.
$8? Maybe we're thinking of two different games. Is that on Steam right now? Or was that on Humble Bundle? Oh no, what have I done? Cancel. Steam wanted to download a 100 meg update. Not while I'm streaming. Do you have any proof of that?
As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice.
Are we going to mistake, like, something in the school broadcast for the words, "You're a goner"?
The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast.
Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay. On the tape, there's the broadcast, 10 minutes of silence, and then "You're a goner." Okay.
The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. Get out of here! 90% off!
Wow. Man. Well, yeah, I hope you enjoy them. Planning on streaming them? Although there's... As much as it's nice that, like, the the PC port of 999 makes the sprites look much nicer and adds voices. It's also weird what they did with, instead of having they have two different modes where you can switch back and forth between, like, visual novel mode and game mode. Visual novel mode is much closer to what the original DS game was, where everything is, like, it's way wordier because it's more narrated. Whereas the game mode, or whatever they call it, AV mode, ADV mode, is more like this, where it's just you see people and you see what they're saying, and the game goes by much faster and has a lot less character to it, I think. So I would recommend putting it in novel mode if you were going to play. The Zenki game. I'm not familiar with that. Is that also so there's a game that's coming out in September, or maybe October, called AI The Somnium Files. I want to get that and stream it as soon as it comes out. In fact, we may even just abandon everything else that we're playing so that I can just stream that. That is that's by Uchikoshi, the same guy who did the Zero Escape games. Well, we've done that before. We did that when Danganronpa 3 came out. Danganronpa 3 was the only thing that I streamed until I was done with it. People on an island and RPG mechanics. I'm going to jot this down. I'll jot it down right next to Opus Magnum that Serp was talking about. Except I don't have a pen, so I'm not going to do that. But we're going to play a video game instead. So when the judge saw the defendant, that would have been... Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building even after the killing. So, the time of the murder, and the time of when the body was moved... Great. Another inconvenient testimony. Yeah, Danganronpa might not be as fun if you already know the story. It's still kind of fun-ish to play through. Decently. But yeah, if you already know the story, you've already seen enough of it that it's... You've seen all the plot twists. There's not as much point to playing it. Zanki Zero. To get mental... Oh, we already saw it. Alright, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. This we care about. So you just walked past a good friend, barely saying a word? The final bell had already rung. They get mad when you stand around chatting. Then again, we're not like you people, talking endlessly in those annoyingly loud voices. Annoyingly loud voices? I'd like it if you refrained from insulting my partner like that. Normally I'd shout objection right about now, but I'll take this one for the team. Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say. Whoops, alright, so that one's inconsequential. Can I ask more questions if I press on this? Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much. So, go ahead, ask away. I want to ask you... How did you prep for the mock trial? Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. That's an easy one. Nothing in particular. Destiny. Nothing at all. You didn't help with the preparations? You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to others. My job was to be mentally prepared. Junie put her heart and soul into getting things ready, while he just sat on his behind. He shouldn't be allowed to help. If he's the... I don't get that. Whatever. Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul? That's right. I didn't say a word to anyone till the final bell at 7 p.m. I see. This is crucial information. Please add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. Is there... Yeah. Let's press just in case.
Hold it!
I unfocused my eyes and vacantly stared into space, perhaps drooling slightly. You really did. That seals it. That's always the... If you ever press on something and they just say, "Are you sure? Did you really? Is that really your final answer?" That practically guarantees that that's the one you're supposed to present evidence on. Well, I did exchange a few greetings, but what does that matter? Oh. So he didn't have any conversations the entire day? Methinks that claim needs a little more scrutiny. But what should I do? Oh, no further question. Okay. My, don't we seem confident? Okay, let me go back. Go. Objection. Yeah, but for sure, though. Really? That's how you get to be a good lawyer. On cross-examination, you go, really? So, you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd. Are you sure about that? I already told you. My word is as good as gold. Okay, then how do you explain this? And don't spare any details. Sorry, never seen that before. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. Just look at that detail. 7 sentences about what she did that day. Don't you find that interesting? What? Where'd you get that? The key word here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk. But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation? I thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell. So, like, can't he just say, yeah, she didn't come to meet me. I guess she was murdered. Like, isn't that all he has to say is, yeah, we were supposed to meet. I was waiting to see if she came, and she didn't. I guess she must have died. What's this now? The witness stayed after the last bell in order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor? This is insane. Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence, as usual. No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell, and he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim. First Robin, then me. Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead. Don't let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around her estimated time of death. I had my suspicions about Robin, but Hugh seems just as guilty, virtually guaranteeing that he is not. These 3 are the only possible suspects, after all, virtually guaranteeing that there is a 4th suspect. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day? Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I've got something to say. If it will save me some trouble, then by all means speak away. If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect. Ooh, he has a point. Impressive. Golden Boy here does shine gold, after all. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. Oh, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. I see now the inflection on that sentence. He's a girl too! Everybody's girls. What a pity to think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last, your moment is here, Sykes Dono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement and prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge on your lapel. Erg! Could he lay any more pressure on? The voice is unmistakably female, just like Newman's voice was unmistakably male until we stopped mistaking. So there's no point in arguing about that. Yeah, you're right. In which case, to whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? Could it be the victim? We're not gonna say it's... Oh, it could all... It could be Juniper? Did she set it even though she wasn't the killer? I guess we'll say the victim. Stop it. Stop doing that. Stop not shouting. If you shout, then you're always correct.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around. Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner. Athena. Oh my god, we actually are doing it. We're actually... It was too awkward of a phrase to be like, oh, it's just a generic thing. It's gonna be... In Japanese, there's a reasonable phrase that sounds similar to you're a goner. And in English, there is not. But we're going there. We're going hew a corner. Okay. Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here. You're scared? I'm terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackwell, you wanted to know if I am worthy of my badge. Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I'm able to proudly wear this at all. Oh, then I can take it you won't be changing your argument? Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, you're a goner. I agree, if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not.
I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes?
Not exactly, but you don't have to add fuel to his fire, Your Honor. If it is indeed Professor Court's voice on the tape, it's because she was being threatened. Or did she threaten him? Is she the real murderer? Is it self-defense? If it was self-defense, self-defense is still murder. Let's not forget, it's Japanifornia. You're a goner was a threat. The witness... Wait. Oh, I said it wrong. Alright, fine. She would, by threat, okay, no, wait, what? I don't understand. Your iguana was a threat the witness shouted at the victim. As has been mentioned countless times, the voice in the recording is female. How the devil do you reckon it belongs to the witness? Oh, right, haha.
I'm confused how you could be confused about that, so without further ado, a penalty.
No fair! 2 against 1. Okay. Okay, so I mean, she's saying a name. I don't know. Alright. So I guess it is threatening. Like, her threatening him. Your iguana was a threat directed at the witness. And what possible reason would she have to do that? Oh, well, she was at that rebellious age. You know how... So my computer is no longer crashing, but my brain is. What the hell is this question? The correct answer is that she was scolding him. I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that shout on the tape really... Why? What are you up to now, Athena? Professor Court's planner says she was supposed to meet with the victim for an important talk. Maybe it's your brain's hard drive. Also, hello, Misters Gamers. Welcome to the stream. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong, and this made Professor Court get angry with him during their private meeting, or maybe there was murdering going on, and that's also something to get angry about.
I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape.
Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Thank you for the follow. You came in at the most bafflingly confusing part. I was doing great up until now, just as I do great in all video games. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. As if you were threatening him, okay? But, and this is important, use his full name.
Okay, let's see, Hugh O'Connor.
What did I do to deserve that? Maybe the notebook, yeah, somebody just erased a few of the lines. If you draw a few extra lines, now it says murder. Yes, like that. Now again. Now try again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor.
Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second. No, this can't be.
Also, the yeah, exclamation point blind would normally, my bot would respond with rules, but the bot has been retired. It'll come out of retirement, though, very soon. You think I'd spend the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? Ah, but it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters, or wind for voices.
Now that you mention it...
You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The voice on the tape recorder never was Your Honor. That's only what we thought we heard. In fact, it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. I think you're right. What was that last part again? Never mind. The important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. No bot, no rules. Oh!
Objection!
He killed himself. He fell upon his own sword and died.
I had thought this testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court.
Evidence? What's he going to pull out now?
Feast your eyes on this photo and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them.
Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim and an extremely ugly statue.
The photograph shows professor and student preparing for the mock trial together.
Wait, was this taken in the art room? The room where the murder occurred?
Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape.
What? So what? Who cares?
The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken.
It was taken with a daguerreotype camera, which takes you have to stand still for 5 minutes in order to take the picture.
It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious.
Junie was with Professor Court just 5 minutes before she was murdered. What now? Nothing I say can change that fact.
Understand now? You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably... be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth.
Who took the photo? It was, I guess, an automatic camera. Timer on the camera. Nga!
Listen, Missy, the person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world, I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire.
But I became a lawyer so I could...
You still fail to understand? After so much pain and defeat? The courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. They're only for people in handcuffs to do their lawyering. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up.
Grrr! Ah! Sweat. If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. Oh, we're gonna surfboard. We're gonna surfboard through our own head. Logic dive. I can't think of any ways to strike back. That's a good excuse to logic dive. The worst times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How could I smile under these circumstances, even if I forced it? This is better than bad. Who knew Blackula had that one waiting in the wings? It's really not that conclusive. It doesn't take 5 minutes to walk out of a room. Why didn't that twisted samurai just present it at the beginning? Wouldn't it be hard to bluff with that emotion machine? It only measures, it only detects discord in your heart. They keep doing the big close-up. Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constance Court? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court?
There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time for a verdict has come.
I love that the decisive evidence is a picture of the victim and defendant posing for a picture and smiling. entire decades before the murder happened. And they're like, there can be no room for doubt.